Coming to you live, on location, in Virginia, or some undisclosed remote location. The one, the only.
Hey everyone. I'm Lori Kennedy, and today, we're diving into a world where friendship isn't just a word, it's an adventure. Imagine strangers becoming friends through social experimentation and unexpected twists. Sounds wild, right? Wait, what? You're probably thinking, how can this even happen? Well, we sprinkle a touch of humor and heart into everything. Our commentary will have you nodding along, laughing out loud, and sometimes even shedding a tear. We dig deep into what truly binds us together. No way, hold on. We also have panel discussions that'll leave you pondering long after the credits roll. And let's not forget the dance. Yes, dance. Because what better way to celebrate friendship than by moving to the rhythm of life? Our show-stopping dance segments will have you up on your feet, ready to join the fun. So, are you ready to embark on this unforgettable journey with us? Hit that like button if you believe in the power of friendship, and don't forget to share this adventure with your friends.
Good morning. It's Sunday morning, 8:47 a.m. on the East Coast. Most of what we're talking about today is going on the West Coast. Donald Trump has declared war on our citizens. Okay, that's not exactly what happened, but that's what he's doing. This is the document he signed last night. Department of Defense Security for the Protection of Department of Homeland Security Functions. Keep that in mind. The functions of one cabinet level department. One, not the United States itself, not the Constitution of the United States, not the defense of the United States. The defense security for the protection of Department of Homeland Security functions. Let's see what this jackwagon wrote or signed. Department of Defense Security for the protection of Department of Homeland Security functions. Note, not for the defense of the United States, not for the defense of the Constitution, but protection of Department of Homeland Security functions. What functions? I would opine illegal functions. Kidnapping. Kidnapping elementary school kids and their parents at elementary school graduations. Kidnapping 11th graders on the way to volleyball practice. Kidnapping actual citizens. Kidnapping people who are in the process of legally getting their citizenship status. They've been telling us all this time, if you want to come to our country, do it the legal way. They are kidnapping people who are doing it the legal way at the courts that they are going through their process. That's designed to make people stop going to court and doing it legally so they can keep on with their narrative of the immigrants are illegal. They violated the law because it's scary for them to go and follow the law because the Trump administration is violating the law when that happens. Okay. I see we're just starting. This is the memorandum signed last night by Donald Trump. Department of Defense Security for the protection of Department of Homeland Security functions. Again, not for the defense of the United States, not for anything but protecting ICE's illegal operations. And not just ICE, Homeland Security Investigations, HSI, and allegedly a lot of right-wing militants who are not federal government employees. All right. He claims that numerous incidents of violence and disorder have recently occurred and threaten to continue in response of the enforcement of federal law by U.S. Immigration, Customs, ICE, and Customs Enforcement, ICE, and other United States government personnel who are performing federal functions, translation, who are breaking the law, and supporting the faithful execution of federal. It is not the faithful. Okay, that's a lie right there. It's not faithful execution. When you tell people to come to the United States and process for legal status in the United States, and they follow the rules and they show up at court and you kidnap them right there at court, you're not faithful executing the immigration laws. In addition, violent protests threaten the security of and significant damage to federal immigration detention facilities and other federal property. Okay, violent protests, he's stirring the pot and getting a violent reaction. It didn't start out violent. It started one-side violence, ICE and HSI becoming violent, and the people are reacting to that. Yeah, cause a problem and then pretend to fix it. Actually, what they're doing so far is making the problem worse. To the extent that protests or acts of violence directly inhibit the execution of, he says, laws, but the illegal performance of their duties, they constitute a form of rebellion. As of last night, when he signed this, there was no rebellion. Now it's a form of rebellion against the authority of the government of the United States. Again, not against the laws of the United States, not against the Constitution of the United States, but against the fascist authority of ICE and HSI and other organizations like that. In light of these recent incidents and credible threats of continued violence, again, cause the problem and then complain about it, by the authority vested in me as president by the Constitution and laws of the United States of America, I hereby call into federal service members and units of the National Guard under 10 U.S.C. 12406 to temporarily protect ICE and other United States government personnel who are performing illegal federal functions, including the illegal enforcement of federal laws, and to protect federal property at locations. Yeah, it's come down to where federal property can be protected, but the ICE, the HSI, DHS, police, FBI, they have the ability to protect the property that they're complaining about. Thousands and thousands of videos, live stream and recorded all over YouTube of what's really going on. Some will spin it as they see people in ICE uniforms coming out of an office building and throwing a chair at people what were then peaceful protesters. In this day and age, when everybody has some form of camera, call it what it is, a fascist coup. Yes, Howard. Okay. So he goes on with his usual Trumpian bullshit, but he's invoking 10 U.S.C. 12406. Well, he broke the law. What is 10 U.S.C. 406? It's National Guard in Federal Service call. It's when you call up the National Guard to join in federal service. Are you all familiar with how that works? Okay. National Guard and Federal Service call. Whenever the United States or any of the Commonwealth of possession is invaded, hasn't happened, or is in danger of invasion by a foreign nation. Now, some of the protesters waved Mexican flags, American citizens waving Mexican flags. Stephen Miller, the Dick Smack whose wife ran off with Elon Musk, he's claiming that's proof of an invasion. It's not proof of an invasion. It's people waving flags. People wave pride flags. People wave Israeli flags. People wave Palestinian flags. people wave American flags redesigned to look like a thin blue line. You know, it's black and white, but one of the stripes is blue. That doesn't mean a country is being invaded. That means people are supporting a country or its ideology or people of that heritage in yesterday's case. All right. Okay. So the reasons that he can do this, one possible reason, debunked. No, we're not under invasion. And Hot Miss Summer, good morning. We're planning in an action at noon. Just stand and support without light to stand and support without. Hey, okay. Outstanding. Hot Miss Summer, check out her channel. Usually she's doing things like helping people in Louisville, Kentucky, who need help. Food, clothing, supplies. Usually you can catch her channel on a Wednesday night helping people. Hot Mess Summer is also an American patriot. She stands against Trump's tyranny and other things. Her primary thing on her channel is helping people in need. Stand support with LA. Okay, what happened last night was BS. Yes, absolutely. That's what I'm going over now. Trump's call of the National Guard is illegal, and I'm showing. He used 10 U.S.C. 12406 to call out the California National Guard illegally. Okay, we debunked reason one. Okay, reason one is no, it doesn't exist. Okay, two, there is a rebellion or danger of a rebellion against the authority of the government of the United States. Questionable, but they caused it. When you attack people, people defend themselves. It's not a rebellion, it's defense. That possibly could be spun. Radical caller. I just simply can't believe Donald Trump would break the law. I think that's tongue in cheek. Yeah, he's been breaking the law all of his goddamn life. And I like this one. The third possibility for doing this is the president is unable with regular forces to execute the laws of the United States. Well, that is true. He is unable because he is feckless, he is ineffective, he is useless. The man can't execute the laws of the United States within the law to save his life. It's just the way it is. Okay. And it goes on to say the president may call into federal service members and units of the National Guard at any state in such numbers as he considers necessary. Okay, no problem there. To repel the invasion. We don't have an invasion. Suppress a rebellion. We didn't have one when he called it out. Shit's going to happen now. Or to execute those laws. He has the appropriate law enforcement people without violating posse comitatus. Completely different. So actually, it's very similar. If we have time, we'll go over posse comitatus. Or execute those laws. Orders for these purposes shall be issued through the governors of the states or, hold on, Finkel, wait a minute. Oh, stop the presses. What'd I just say? Orders for these purposes shall be issued through the governors of the states. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. So according to federal law, which is passed under the Constitution through two houses of Congress and signed into law by a president and not overturned by a court, orders shall be issued through the governors of the states. We're talking National Guard. We're not talking the Marine Corps in Camp Pendleton, although there was threats of using them too. But we're talking about the National Guard, a state entity, a state component of the United States Army, in some cases Air Force. There's Air National Guard, but he's talking about Army National Guard. Let me read that again. Orders for these purposes shall be issued through the governors. Not may, not can be, shall be issued through the governors of the United States. He's not doing that. He's bypassing Governor Newsom. What does he call Governor Newsom? I forgot. Oh, I lost it. Okay. Let's pull that up. Governor, the post was, he changed the name of Governor Newsom to images. There we go. If Governor Gavin Newscum, notice how he childishly puts a nasty name on it, not Newscum, C-O-M-E, but cum, C-U-M, because that's just the level his mind is on. If Governor Gavin Newscum of California and Mayor Karen Bass of Los Angeles can't do their jobs, which everyone knows they can't, then the federal government will step in and solve the problem. Solve the problem that you caused. I lost it, but another post, I think it was, yeah, well, okay. My point here is these orders are not going through the governor as they legally should be. He's bypassing a big part of 10 U.S.C. He's passing the orders through the governor of the state. That is why the Tree of Liberty is about to bleed one more time. All right. I see we do have an audience, and I'm happy to open the panel up if anybody wants to discuss these or any other issues around Trump's illegal activity. I'm going to put the thing in there. Yeah, if anybody wants to chat about it for a little bit, I'll have a lot of time, but I have some time. I wish I could find. See, I threw this together real quickly, and I'm missing some of the things. Oh, what if I go to my YouTube hit? No, my history. There we go. History. All right. Governor Newscum, videos, channel content, YouTube. Is it this one? Nope. Okay, not that one. Boop, 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 boop. All right. History. I did see something that I believe Ryder would be very interested in, but I can't remember where I saw it. Somebody, that's right. Somebody posted, it was Miller or Hegseth. Oh, it was DHS themselves. It was the official DHS site posted that that the big beautiful bill needs to be passed so these law enforcement officers can do their job. Recently, Chris Ryder warned us that the big beautiful bill in its original form was intending to take away limits to police immunity. All right. All right. New York Post. It's not a very good site. A lot of pop-ups, a lot of crap. I am surprised that these people in ICE, National Guard, I'm surprised that these people who are American citizens, who are people who are trained to obey the Constitution, are capitulating, are complying. Let's pull this one up. Blockbuster from panel, he is scary. That's not nice, man. It's not nice. All right. I think Muxer was up late last night. Let me see. Share screen. Not one of my favorite favorite sites, New York Post. One, it's very slanted to the right, and two, a lot of pop-ups, a lot of all right, oh, okay. All right, let's pull that up. Okay, I'm having some issues. There we go. Okay. All right. Trump rents incompetent Newsom. Got me saying it. Elmer Bass amid riots over immigration raids bans protesters from wearing masks. Yeah, these are the same people who used to get mad at First Amendment auditors during COVID for wearing masks. Yeah. Okay. Having some internet issues. It's probably because I'm running my work computer, my TV, and this. I don't know. Maybe because I didn't reboot everything before I came on. Am I still on? Let me. Looks like I'm back on. Okay. All right. Trump rips incompetent Newsom, LA Mayor Bass, and riots amid riots over immigration raids bans protesters from wearing masks. They can't make up their mind with these masks, can they? Oh, look at that. We have a picture of some of the kidnappings right there. Okay. President Trump ripped into California's incompetent leadership and called for a ban on face coverings as mass protesters. It's not okay for John Q. Public to wear a mask, but it's okay for white supremacist militants to wear a mask. It's okay for law enforcement breaking the law to wear a mask, but you and I can't wear masks. Wow, is it right? President Trump ripped into California's incompetent leadership and called for a ban on face coverings. You can't do that. Okay, Trump called out Gavin Newsom and Mayor Bass for their alleged mishandling of violent riots in response to the ICE raids that wrangled up over 100 illegal immigrants. Okay, 100 migrants. Many of these people were born in the United States. Many of these people were in the process, through the legal process, of becoming either citizens or permanent residents, including gang bangers and drug traffickers. Bullshit. Actually, LA is a hotspot for gang bangers and drug traffickers. Guess who's really profiting off of this? Them. Because Trump's not going after them. Trump is going after kids and women and innocent men. While Trump is focusing all his attention on his quota of his bullshit promise to deport millions, he's going after the easy pickings, kids at elementary school graduations. The people who sell drugs, run prostitution rings, commit crime as members of gangs, they're running wild right now because the focus is on the legal immigrants and on the protests. We have an incompetent governor, news scum. There he goes with that scum. Is he saying scum or news cum? Is Trump obsessed with this guy's ejaculation? I don't know. Mayor Bass, who were, as usual, just look at how they handled the fires, and now the California fires are under the last administration. There are forests in every state that are federal forests. Okay, the forest maintenance of those federal forests, the federal land, federal parkland, federal reserves, that is the responsibility of the federal government. And this administration, for a few months, they shut down the part of the government that trains firefighters in Maryland, just across the river, about an hour from where I am at now. Through suing in court, they got that reopened. It should have never been shut down in the first place. But yeah, the the states are doing everything. Okay, he changed his tune on this when red state South Carolina had some problems with forest fires. But anyway, writers cause. See, this is a very right wing biased. Welcome to Compton Ice. Yeah, okay. Rioters caused carnage in the streets of Los Angeles County on Saturday, which forced Trump to call. Forced Trump. No, 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 no. It was in the plan. Who wrote this shit? Who is the Nicholas McIntyre? Nicholas, you lie, your feet stink, and you don't love Elvis. All right. We have okay. Writers caused. Yeah. Okay. What a bunch of bullshit. All right. The violent protesters burned down cars. It got to that point. Yep. Burned down their own cars. I think that's kind of a waste. Burn your own car. But yeah. Uh, these ICE convoys stage at places like the federal buildings or the big parking lots like Home Depot. And from that, they move and they raid things like churches, elementary schools, high school practices, stuff like that. One car, yeah, you're right. I have only seen one car mirrors. You're right. Um, and someone figured out they're not using tanks, at least not yet. They're using sedans and SUVs. So if you block the roadways, you can inhibit, discourage the ability for them to move these convoys to kidnap good people. Meanwhile, they're ignoring the actual gangmakers. Trump blasted the nameless protesters as troublemakers. Good trouble. Yes, let's get into good trouble. See, this is riddled with pop-up and spam. And called for a ban on face coverings as the violent demonstrations recap. I think I'll go back to the White House with the face covering. I already went with my 8647 shirt in the wake of the former FBI guy. He did the seashells, Comey. They called for his arrest. So the next day I went out to the White House and with my 8647 T-shirt, and I'm like, notice me, and they didn't notice me. Or the editors like, because it's not a threat. That's not a threat. These radical left protests. By the way, have you all seen the town? I think I can't remember if it was Massachusetts, California, where they're like, shame, shame, shame. The people of the town and the HSI agents who are all battle rattled, geared up. They're backing up in fear. And the people are just saying, shame, shame. They put those fuckers on the run. That is a very, well, was at that time, was a very red pro-Trump neighborhood. So, but anybody who stands up for the United States, for the Constitution, they're going to be called radical left protesters by instigators and often paid troublemakers. Oh, that's right. If we go to a protest, we're being paid because Jeff Soros is so fucking rich, he can outspend even Elon Musk to get us to go to a protest. How fucking stupid are people who believe this shit? Pedro Libre, yeah, Pedro Libre and Dad's. Yeah, Muxter texted me last night and said, turn on this. I'd already been watching dozens of others, but Pedro Libre and Dad's go live both and had great live streams on the police line. Yes, I rewatched the one I did yesterday, and I saw what appeared to be a tracer rounds going. If you watch last night's live stream, as the police line is moving, you see tracer rounds going in the direction of the crowd. They're supposedly non-lethal rounds or less lethal rounds, but if it's a tracer, you got problems. And at that range, the way these things were lobbing, you don't even know if you're hitting the target you intend to hit. You're just indiscriminately shooting something with a tracer on it. I don't know if it's a rubber bullet. Do they have rubber bullet tracer rounds? I don't know. Yeah, I saw that on the Pedro Libre. I didn't even know that guy existed until Muxter texted me last night. I'd already been watching this bullshit unfold. All right. What do these people have to hide and why? Run facial recognition on this. I'm not hiding. I'm not hiding. Actually, a lot of the face masks you saw on the protester side is a failed attempt to protect them from the this modern version of CS gas they're using. Oh, by the way, milk. If you're going to go to one of these things and you don't have a gas mask, if you have one of these, or preferably the military versions, if you don't have one of these, bring milk to these protests, because when they spray you with that shit, the best immediate solution is milk. Even if you're going to be out there all day, and it's don't drink the milk unless you carry it around in a cooler. But yeah, put a couple quarts in your backpack and bring that milk with you, because when they spray you, you're kind of disabled for a little while because it's very burning. Milk will wash that out. He is a big challenge. Yeah, I saw that when I tuned in last night. Huge. But yeah, if you don't have one of these, you can get these for under $200 on Amazon. If you want to go a little bit more, you can get the $400 or $500 military versions, the old M17s or the newer ones. But quite frankly, I've never tested a spray on this, so I don't know how well it works. Yeah, I'm freezing up again. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. There we go. I'm back. I can't tell how long I was frozen. This is what I was showing. Now, if spray hits this, I don't know how effective. Basically, you breathe in through these filters, very similar to the military M7, or that new one, Mach 20s. I forget the new one they're using. They have a filter on one side. And then when you exhale, it comes out here. So if you have mist, if you have smoke in the air that will burn your eyes, this will protect you from that. But if you can't afford one of these, get a half a gallon of milk and take it with you, because loud and clear. Okay. From my view, it keeps locking up. So I don't know. Anyway. Okay. All right. If anybody wants to come up and talk, we can. If not, shit. Yeah, there are other things to do. I'm going to stop sharing. If you're not involved, do the research. If you have social media assets, do the research, find out what you can, put it out there. If you're near a place where they have a peaceful protest, go. Actually, if the protest is not so peaceful and you're willing to make the sacrifice, you got to do what you got to do. That's what Thomas Jefferson said when he said the Tree of Liberty and all that. He's basically saying you got to do what you got to do. America's under attack by its own president. And this shit has got to stop. All right. I am going to close all those windows, and I'm going to end the stream. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day.